feel lost. Maybe you feel like, I don't have any friends, I don't have any real friends, I am not healthy, or I'm not beautiful enough, and you see all those social media people posting and being super happy traveling the world, and you feel like this is so far from my reality. The thing is, your dream reality, your dream life is way closer than you think. Today, I will tell you some of my verified tips, what I went through, how I was able to level up, not only physically, but also mentally and spiritually. The first and the most easiest thing is, what you can do is to make your posture better. Instead of sitting like this, try to sit straight. This will immediately cause two things. Firstly, you will appear to be more confident, and secondly, you will have more energy, because the energy is literally like flowing in and out. Instead of if you're sitting like this, then you don't look confident, and the energy is not flowing. So the first easiest thing you can do and think of very often and practice it daily is your posture. So try to sit straight as often as possible until it became your habit. Second thing is, create your life plan. And obviously this life plan can change a lot, but I recommend you to have at least an idea where you're heading. The easy and nice exercise for this is that imagine that you are, 90 and you're slowly dying, and you're like watching your life and you're just like remembering for everything what you have achieved and you have done, and then you're going when you're 80, when you're 70, what led you to be there when you're 90. So literally you're looking at your life at 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, and you see what do you actually need to do to arrive to your ideal self when you're dying. The only people we are comparing to is our past self and our future self. There is no one to compare to. In your family, you and you only, you are the only person who you can compare with. Create a life plan. Let's say that you will create a life plan, then you will split it into 1 year and then 6 months, and write some steps. It doesn't have to be many. Write 3 easy steps how you can arrive to your ideal self in 6 months, and in 1 year, and in 5 years. You need to have an idea where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, how will you actually recognize you're going that good direction? Sit down with yourself and think of where you're going. How I was able to actually change physically. I lost a lot of weight. My skin was really bad. I didn't really want to take a picture of my face. I didn't want to be on the pictures. What me back from actually making YouTube videos was because I was so insecure about how I look like. I didn't firstly really take care of myself, and sometimes I still have some junk food like chocolate, but it should be 10% of your diet. The rest should be healthy diet. What works for me well is to eating a lot of protein and a lot of vegetables. I also started to exercise regularly. And I know we have all heard like you need to go to gym very regularly, but it really is as simple as that. Waking up in the morning or going after your work. After 4 months, I don't see as much progress as I would like, but it has taught me something different. It's really as cliche as it sounds. It's not about goal. It's not about it's about the discipline of going to gym every single day or 4 times a week. It brings more benefits than just showing abs. If I just had abs and someone would take a picture of me, I would be like, okay, I have abs and what? But if I have good mood, I am healthy, this is like a bigger benefit than just having a photo. Probably the most important point of how to level up in your life is to quit drinking. Quit drinking at least for 6 months and you will see the massive difference. Firstly, you will see how your body change. I lost so much weight when I just simply quit drinking. Secondly, you will see how your mind is sharper, how you're more positive, how you're more emotionally stable. And thirdly, you will see how the people will change around you, because naturally what will happen when you will quit drinking, you will not go party as often as possible, simply because you won't have as much fun when you're drunk. I'm not saying that if you're sober, you're not having fun, but it's kind of different. You will search for different ways to have fun. And you will also see that people around you will change. And this is other point which has helped me so much to live a better life, live in an inner peace, be in more flow. It's to cut off toxic people. And how do you recognize toxic people? Well, I would say it's those people who bring you down. If you have an idea, for example, I thought about running this business, those people will be like, okay, sounds interesting. How would you like to do that? And that's a great idea. I think you're powerful enough to do that. I think you're amazing fit for this job. Instead of those toxic people would probably tell you something like, who do you think you are? Oh, that's a silly idea. And those simple comments will bring you energetically, mentally down, and you will feel discouraged to do this. And believe me, life is too short to be surrounded by such people. And the hardest thing sometimes is that the closest ones might be people like this. But you can communicate with them, like saying, hey, this really hurts me. Could you stop saying that? And communicate openly. But the people must respect you. This is one of the other things I've learned when on my leveling up journey, that you need to earn respect for yourself first if you want to expect it from others. How you earn a respect from you? First and foremost, I would say it's if you have the goal for the day, for example, go to gym, you will go. It's nothing like, oh, today I'm so tired. No, you will go. Because imagine that you have a date with your friend and then you say, no, I just don't go. And then you cancel the date. And then it happens for a second time. Probably your friend don't want to meet you for the third time if you keep canceling it. The same happens if you're screwing yourself over and over. You have no respect for yourself. How can you expect the respect from others? If you want to level up, then you probably need to get into society, into communities who are where you want to be, who are on this higher level. And if you're, let's say, mentally enough prepared, like you will find some groups like that. What also massively speed up the process for me was investing in myself. I went to conference for real estate investors, even though back then I didn't have any investments units. What helped me was going to different sorts of retreats or courses and trainings and to become also a well-rounded person. So I became more knowledgeable about finance, but also about health. I became more knowledgeable about the productivity and technologies and like becoming a more well-rounded person who is not really lacking a lot in any area. At least every area of my life, I would like to have basic overview what's going on. So if you want to level up, going to some communities and even investing in yourself, paying high tickets prices for going to some community, it really is worth it. What has helped me a lot to level up as well was decluttering. I never actually had a lot of stuff because I was digital nomad, and if you're moving constantly, then you don't have as much stuff because it's quite difficult to carry it around. But I declutter as much as possible. And when I wanted to like reinvent myself, make new version of myself, I literally throw away majority of my things and I bought new. And someone could say, oh, what a waste. But I didn't actually throw it away. I gifted it to those who needs it. But if you want to create a new identity, if you want to create new, you absolutely need to get rid of your old self. And you will think like, but well, Lenka, I can be my new self in the same clothes. No. If we just speaking energetically, the clothes will be already remembering yourself, your past self. And believe me, dressing up nicely is not as expensive as you might think. You can start with something easy for the beginning, but if you want to create your level up, new self, absolutely, you need to create new wardrobe and new habits. And now I'm coming to the other point is that if you want to level up, observe what the people who are already leveled up, what are they doing? Show me your calendar and I tell you who you are. And if you are spending your weekends on the parties and eating junk food, how can you wonder that you are not fit and healthy? So what the level up people do, whatever it means to you, they might have good habits as working out daily, eating healthy food, meeting out with quality people, working on their business constantly and stuff like that. So observe what the people are doing where you want to be. And last but not least, I would say I am quite nerd and I studied. And last but not least, I also studied a lot. I studied so much and I was listening to a lot of podcasts, reading a lot of books about narcissists, about CTPSD, how to be more proactive, how to calm down the nervous system, when you're stressed, how do you react in the job, what are your values, how do you behave in relationships, what are the repetitive patterns with your relationships, with your friends, and so on. And This could help you also through therapy. I always recommend therapy. If you cannot afford therapy, then you can go and study on your own through all different kind of sources. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye bye!